How are we going, everyone? It is pruning time, summer pruning time. You should be pruning your fruit trees if you finished harvesting all the wonderful fruit off it. Cut it back to arm's reach. This one's already a dwarf one. I've got it really low. We've also got some flowers coming on it here. Look at this. Late starter, this one here. That they're not going to do anything, so don't expect to get any fruit out of that. By the time we get into winter and that sets, it'll just fall off. It won't actually progress to become a decent sized fruit. Do cut your trees down if you've got some tall trees. This is a dwarf one. The plum's just finished as well. I'm going to cut that right back. I started on that side a while ago, I told you, because that side didn't have any. And now I'm going to finish it off properly because it's the right season now. And in about a month's time, you'll find when the leaves start to drop off, you're going to go back and clean them up again a bit more. And then later in winter, but that we'll talk about a bit more later down the track. So prune your fruit trees if they finish fruiting, get them back down to a decent manageable height. And let me show you another thing. I'm going to show you something else, huh? Come in, have a look. Come through. This is our beautiful little veggie garden. You can see straight down there how all the tomatoes are doing wonderfully well. We've got some seriously big malakas. I reckon we've got at least 1.5 kilo on a few of them. Just going to keep pumping the steroids and all the artificial fertilizers that we do, you know, just to make them grow big and strong. Hey, you believe me? I'm sure you do. If I said to you I use hormones and synthetic fertilizers and, you know, all that sort of nasty stuff just to make a big tomato just to show off, would you believe me? I'll kill you. I wouldn't do that. These are all naturally grown. If you want to talk about hormones, natural peptides and all that, we've got that in our eco-butch. Anyway, that stuff you know all about, the fertilizers and the black grit, you know what we do with all that. But what do we do with this? Look at this. Look at this, literally today. Actually, I say a lie. I saw it yesterday. I saw a little bit of discoloration yesterday. I'm just going to break the leaf off. Well, that's extreme now, but it wasn't as bad as that. It was like this, just starting to discolor. And I thought, well, okay, that's not right, because as soon as you see that, and especially when the tomatoes are lined up with the rest of these, now these are all self-sown, folks. What you see here, we've got some Italian malakas, which is this one here, sort of oblong shape. This is the big malaka. This is a little one here, just there. A little big malaka, meaning it hasn't grown to its full potential. And just more big malakas there. All self-sown, perfectly in line where the mesh is. And we've lost this one. Yesterday it started to discolor, and if you see that happening, that's where I was going with it. If you see a discoloration on one plant in the row of plants, it's not watering. It's not about the watering. It's not about the fertilizing. It shouldn't be about that because it'll show up on all the other plants. That's unless you drop the shovel's worth of fertilizer, synthetic form obviously, and you cook the roots. Here, nothing's changed. We've done the same thing across all areas, self-sown, doing really well. Look. Doing really well. This breaks my heart, it really does. I might have 70 tomatoes, but to lose it at this point with this size, you want to see size? This is what we had. It's 1 day of dehydration. I can feel it's gone soft already. I showed you this once before, haven't I? We had one over there that got hit by a grub, and we're talking about a stem borer. For those who are trying to guess what's going on here, that's what I'm guessing it is. It looks like stem borer. That's what I think is going on down here, and basically it destroyed the other plants. So what I'm going to do is now rip this out of the ground. There's no point in me keeping it in. Okay, just take all the ties off that we've used here, which is great because it's easy to take off. If you don't know what I'm doing here, folks, it's called the Max Tape Gun. It ties your plants up to mesh, wire, post, sticks, whatever you've got growing, really easily and quickly, and you can simply remove them by pulling the staple apart. All right, there's one more here. That's coming over now. One more. Pull this through. I'm going to cut that off there. Oh, look at these healthy roots. They're not huge, but look at the strong root system on it. Fibrous roots are gone. There's not a lot of fibre there, but we have got some really clean, healthy roots. You see the hole? See the hole there? Is that a hole? I haven't got my glasses on. Does that look like a hole to you? Yeah? If that's a hole, that's the entry point. Might be a couple of holes on it, but what we're going to do is open this up now. Have a look around here. All right, let's cut it open now. Let's have a look. Just cut it down from the top. It's clean. Just going to work my way down. I should have had my knife here, but that's okay. It's okay, Jack. Let's see if I can pull it apart. I'm going to kick myself if there's nothing wrong with it. It's got to be something wrong like that. I've lost my mind, haven't I? It's clean. It's clean. No! I've just put my glasses on. Actually, I can see now. And now that I can see, folks. You bloody Greek. Have a look at here. Look. It's as tiny as that. Can you see that there? See that there? That's frass. That's poo. It's just fallen out again. I'll keep it still as I can. But that's where it's coming from. All right, see that damage there? Look how minute that is. If you look above, it's eating its way through around the outside, the cambium layer. I don't know if that's the grub. That might be the grub. Are you kidding me? That is tiny. Seriously, that is tiny. Such a small creature like that and does so much damage to a plant like I have. Why? Anyway, I can't get it off the secateurs now. It wants to stay with me. It's gone. Stay there. And there's more damage up here. Yeah. Look. Look where it's eaten. Okay. All right, so now we've gone down a bit lower. You can see it's entered somewhere there, or anywhere it's entered, but it's eaten around. That's basically collarite. It's been ring barked. Let's go further down. You know, the problem with this, folks, when some creatures like that, you can't stop them for love of life. You've got to just gamble it. This is part of nature. You're not going to save every plant. This one got attacked by such a little creature, caused a lot of damage, lost the plant, and now it's over. So that's gone. We got rid of it. And folks, this is a tiny creature. It's only attacked one little section here. It started on it. Where's the other half of this stem? Here. Have a look. I've stripped it off, right? But you can see the damage it's done there. There's a little bit missing there. But that's ring barked, and that's the damage it's done here. Now you remember the other one, the grub was much larger. It already had bored into the center of the stem, right at the base, and tunneled its way through. Only about an inch, 2-3 centimeters, I think it was. It was tiny, but that was enough to dry that plant out. This one here didn't need much more. It just dried it out on that one side. So that's ring barking. We talk about ring barking when you're sort of brush cutting. You can take the bark off the outside of the ring. So if you've got your local gardening mowing place or people coming over and they've done it to your tree, take it up with them, because at the end of the day, they're living things in your garden. They're not there to be killed unless you told them to. So, and if you get ring barked, you can fix it if you get to it early enough. You get a bit of peat moss, soak it, apply it onto the actual damaged area, the marked area, and wrap glad wrap around it nice and tight, and that creates a vacuum seal with the moisture to be able to transfer from the bottom half to the top half, and that's what the peat moss does. So if you get to it early, but if you see it like this here, well, this is a grub. I can't fix that, and I was worried there for a second. I thought this was the next door plant, but it's the same plant itself, because it's got a couple of yellow leaves on it, and I've lost all these bloody tomatoes. Why? Why is this happening to me? That's the second one. I got hit by hailstones twice. Got the grubs in 2 tomato plants. That's Greek for blessing you. Bless you all, folks. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. Please don't get offended. It is really a spit for blessings. Is that the right way to say it? Anyway, forget about that. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. From me, Vasili, Mareshi.